All right, so finally,
It's about to go down.
so Aisha is back after the long break. You must have enjoyed yourself.
Oh, exactly.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you did.
I
You
managed.
did. You did.
I needed it though.
Anyway,
And
sure,
it was,
well deserved.
It was good.
Okay, bring us the news.
And I know you guys miss me, and I miss you a lot. But you know how to join this conversation is simple. Just go on facebook.com/joinnewsontv or on Twitter on Join News on TV, and let's have a beautiful conversation. Let me start with President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo, who has announced his first batch of staff to steer the affairs of government. A blend of young and old. I mean, for instance, 69-year-old Akushe Fremont Pare will be serving as chief of staff, while 33-year-old Samuel Abujina is head deputy. Now, like many other appointments, there are varied opinions about this. While a cross-section of the public thinks some of the appointees are just too young to steer the affairs of government, others feel governance is not a game of age, but competence. Question: what do you make of the blend of the young and the old, the experienced and inexperienced, and do you think it's a battle of age or competence?
No, I don't think it's about age. It's about competence and then experience. Because if we look at the past regime, some of them, some of the apprentices, I mean, even we get some which doesn't have any working experience. So if the apprentice is someone who has worked before and then he or she has some working experience, then fair enough. But as of age, it doesn't really matter.
Akufo-Addo, he knows what he's doing. So we should leave him alone and then he just do his work. That's all. He trusts the people. That is why he mentioned their name. So I'm sure he'll do everything correct. It doesn't matter whether you are young or something of that sort.
Not really about age. It's about competence and how well you can do the work. And it doesn't matter whether you've worked or you've not worked before. But when you're put there and you're doing or giving out what's the best, they should just allow. So I don't think age matters most. It's more about you doing the work and doing it well.
It's not about the more grown you are, but in the more grown you are in the particular field you are put in. If you are old enough and you've not had experience in that particular position, I don't think it counts as experience.
I believe that it's about experience. Of course, the more the age, the more experience the person is. And fortunately, from what I know, it's cabinet or it's selected people. Some have the experience. Forget about the young ones. They are yet to learn.
Okay, I would go for competence. The fact that someone is young, you can't disregard the person's ability entirely. Experience is key, but some young people might have had one or two experiences that will help them to deliver. So competence is the most essential. And then depending on where the person has worked, the exposure the person has gained, that should be factored. And then we shouldn't just look at the age. Yes.
And those were some comments from the streets of Accra. And of course, Israel, I'm tempted to ask you this question. What do you think? Is it age or competence?
Well, competence.
Definitely. I think I agree with you. Okay, let's check what people are saying.
Right, so Rich Brunei says, hello, let's please give President-elect Nana space to make appointees in order to strengthen his government for the growth of our mother Ghana, because he is reasonably enough to maybe old enough to balance his government with the young and old to sincerely serve Mother Ghana. Eliasu says the appointment announced today by Nana-Addo is a sign of resolve to deliver in our best interest. The blend of the youth is a step in the right direction. However, it's a challenge to those appointed to put their shoulders to the wheels and make Ghana and the government proud. Congrats to Eugene, Asenso, and Abujina Paul. John Johnson says, I think both age and competence matters a lot, but on this planet is wisdom which matters most. I think they should focus on wisdom to elect a leader and develop this nation. This nation would develop like a reaction between sodium and mercury. Okay. Tiana says, I don't think age matters in governance. I think competencies, experiences, and exposures will do the trick. Again, I'm loving the blend of the young and old in this coming administration. I foresee the best government ever with Nanado's government. Ni Senya says, the offspring of a lion does not eat grass. They will work like caterpillar. More than 40,000 DKM customers have so far received their locked up monies after Nana was declared the gentleman of Ghana. His name alone is working.
And Chris says his appointments to me are excellent. I have read profiles of some of them, especially the young ones, and indeed they are babies with sharp brains. MPP can settle for less. I'm the MPP Facebook MP for Asante Achim South.
Self-acclaimed.
Okay. All the best. All right. And also, 2016 presidential candidate for the NDP, Nana Akufo-Addo Rawlings, has urged President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo to prosecute any corrupt act that have been exposed. What do you make of this call? And with the inauguration 2 days away from now and political appointments in motion, do you think the call is at the right time?
Atamis did not arrest anybody. So when she's saying this, I don't think it's the right direction. And I think maybe it hit some people in the NDC party. That is why she's saying maybe this kind of, it's not the right time. It's not good. Nana Akufo-Addo should come and concentrate and then do what he wants to do for Ghana to develop. And then when he found somebody guilty, he should hand him over to the court, not for him personally to go straight with the problem that is you arrest this person. No, I don't think it's the right time.
Truth is truth. You don't need somebody to tell you to do what is right. So if she thinks that some people have perpetuated some acts that needs to be, they need to be prosecuted, that is her opinion, no? But what I know is that the law is there. So whoever comes, we just go by the law, and that is all.
Of course, the law is law, so the law would be allowed to take its course. Let's see some comments. Okay, we're trying to get some comments from Facebook and see what you've been saying on this issue. But let's look at a Zambian labor law that allows female workers to take a day off in a month during their menstrual period. And this has raised a lot of eyebrows. Known as Mother's Day, the law applies to all women, whether or not they have children. This is basically because of the pain some women go through during their menstrual period. Question, what do you make of this law? And would you support the passing of a similar law in Ghana?
I think women should be given a day off when they have their menses, because there are so many women who some others become sick, others don't feel well, and I think giving them a day off would be better.
So would you support something like that in Ghana?
I think so. I would in a way, and I wouldn't in a way, because it's there will be low productivity, I think, if someone in her menses it's like stays home or something.
Good, it's okay. I'll support that, because having that thing is something like, let me say, it's a destiny. You must take in your workplaces, as the Bible also quote on in that if something like that, you should stay home. Do you understand? Because it's a dirty thing. Do you understand? So that maybe it will not bring any dirtiness to your work or anything you are going to do. So I will support that.
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's fine if somewhere they are giving women off a day to, take care of their pain and whatnot. I don't mind it being implemented in Ghana, but I don't think it's much of a priority. It could happen, it could not happen. Life still goes on. So yeah, I'm happy for them, all those women who are getting one day off somewhere.
Sure, I do. I really support it, because the pain we go through during the month is so severe. Some people even can't do anything. They can't even think properly. They can't even concentrate. So yeah, why not? It should be allowed here in Ghana as well.
Well, for me, I will support a similar or a more of it, okay, considering our level when it comes to gender, in terms of gender, the way women have been empowered in Ghana. Then considering how women have taken a lot of positions in our society now, I think that we should emulate and then even do better than that. Since Ghana is usually the pace setters, when in Africa, we should do better and then emulate it because...
Ezra, what do you think?
Well, I don't think they need a day off. It needs to be legalized because I've worked with female colleagues, and if they have to go through those grueling times, they ask for the day off. In fact, they don't show up for work, and they explain why they're not at work.
They're not at work.
And that's just fine. It's just an ordinary, just like a sick leave.
Is it?
So
but you know, sometimes there's some bosses who may not understand. You would have to lie about it and say maybe you have a stomach upset.
See, and indeed, if you're giving a day off for people during their menstrual, when they're having their menstrual cramps, it takes more than a day for those painful days.
Oh, sometimes just the beginning is painful, the rest it's okay. But I don't think we need an off day. I mean...
Okay, let's get on to Facebook. Let's see what they say.
saying.
Akoto says, sharp. That's the main reason why some of us voted Nana into power. It will be very detrimental on the part of Nana to overlook any exposed practice of the Mama-led administration.
Okay,
so that's
so
in reaction to the NDP claim. And then could see what's in the right direction. Those single souls who ditched hands into the funds, Ghana will see peace from 8 January this year. We need that money back to build those monies back to build our factories. I'm the NPP Facebook MP for
Asante my goodness,
self-acclaimed. All right, we can go to the other one, which had to do with those day off for people who are going through their menstrual.
And Amo Entry God's plan says, in fact, we have to even give Ghanaian women menstruation holiday. Master, these taboo things can happen in this our noble nation. I once mistakenly witnessed one. Women are suffering. Oh. But why do you call it taboo? It's not. Is it a taboo?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he means.
Yeah, Entry and Rich Brunel Darussalam says women need the maximum respect and even have to go through all these menstrual pains. I think there shouldn't be any second thought in passing this bill. Lawo Edward Mensah says, you hear anything in the air and asking us if it's will it be good for Ghana? Why did I even...
Well, he doesn't think that it's an issue that we should be discussing, but that's your view. Thank you very much, Lawo. And then Kwekudria says this law is primitive and disgusting, meaning anytime a woman is in her menses, her co-workers get to know. No way, Ghana is not ready for this. And Eugene says we sit down here and continue to blame the whites for our own stupidity. Pathetic. Okay,
oh, but I don't think. I mean, everybody will know if you're not at work. I mean, there are varied reasons why people don't come to work. Anyway, so let's check the sound bite for the day.
In 2007 or early 2008, when Professor Mills, not even a president-elect then, but a candidate, came to the GFA to make a donation to the Black Stars, did he seek permission from the minister then? Professor Dominic Phoebe was the minister then. He didn't seek any permission from him. It just sends a message across that probably he doesn't know his work, you know, but excuse me to say that. But I think that it's important for us to appreciate the fact that anybody who finds himself in public office owes a duty to do well and follow procedure, law, and so forth, without introducing mediocrity and any personal dislike for people. His personal hatred for me or the GFA, I think, blighted his work and made him a big disappointment to that ministry. It's very unfortunate, but that's the facts. I mean, we can't run away from the facts. It's better he appreciates the facts and then move on. But he's no longer relevant. Let's look ahead, please. If you can ask relevant questions, I'm ready to answer them. The minister is not relevant.
Interesting comments, and that will be all for the interactive segment. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Enjoy your evening.